From the edge of Music City, live from historic Factory at Franklin, Music City Roots is on the air. Welcome everybody here at Liberty Hall out there listening or watching us live. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Yeah. We're going to have a good time. Please welcome to the MCR stage an Americana Renaissance man, fabled in story, song, and even a documentary movie about his life. Wow, I'm impressed. The king of broken hearts, our musical bus driver, Mr. Jim Lauderdale.
Well, thank you, Keith. Thank you. Hey, say it, don't spray it.
Oh, okay.
Okay? I mean, Keith, you know what? We missed you last week, but John did a great job.
I'm sure he did.
And you know what? You're not John Walker. You'll never be John Walker. I hate you.
Thank goodness.
I'm just kidding. That's
well,
a
you know,
joke,
it was
folks.
so
That's,
cool. It was so cool, Jim. I walked in a bar in San Juan, and there was your song on the jukebox. It was just amazing.
Which one was it?
I was lying. It wasn't really on there.
Oh, ah.
It sounded a lot like you. It reminded me of it. It made me miss you.
Well,
really.
Keith, I guess I'm going to have to kill you with kindness, though, now that you're back and you've got that nice pink glow about you from being out in the sun on that cruise. I just want to make this lady's choice. I mean, Keith's choice. Whatever song you want to hear.
One of my favorites has always been, Patti Loveless had a big record on it, Halfway Down.
Well, I'll tell you what, even though you've been very mean to me so far, I'm going to do that for you, Keith, so here it goes.
All right.
Raindrops on the treetops, waiting there to fall. I know how they're feeling, but I'm only halfway down. Fighting with the devil harder all the time, sinking to his level, but I'm only halfway down. Halfway down, just getting started. When I'm beginning on my journey now, but I'm only going halfway down. Halfway down, just a little bit farther. Well, I believe you better catch me now, 'cause I'm only going halfway down. Na 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 na. Sipping shallow water, sharks out all the kill, almost hitting bottom, but I'm only halfway down. Halfway down, just getting started. When I'm beginning on my journey now, but I'm only going halfway down. Halfway down, just a little bit farther. Well, I believe you better catch me now, 'cause I'm only going halfway down. Well, I hope she's there to catch me now, 'cause I'm only going halfway down. Yes, I'm only going halfway down. Yes, I'm only going halfway down. Thanks so much, everybody. Thank you, and welcome to Music City Roots, live from the factory here at Liberty Hall. And we're so happy to be here for another Wednesday night musical buffet. Now, we've got more music than usual, so this guy's here to keep us on the radio clock. Welcome, Tennessee Broadcasting Hall of Famer, Keith Bilbrey.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back, Keith.
Good to be back.
And to my right, in the Griffin Technology chat room, the inquisitive, informative, and musically sensitive Craig Havighurst.
Thanks, Jim. I am sensitive, I think, and so when you guys tussle, when you fight, I have to go to my happy place. You know, that's what my therapist says to do. You know, but I'll get through it. Yeah. Well, you guys doing okay?
We've sent him to therapy.
You know what? We only argue because it's his fault. That's why.
It's true love, folks. It's true love. Ladies and gentlemen, it's good to see you guys out for a winter night show, a terrific show. I'll tell you about the Blackstone Brewery lineup in a moment. Of course, I get to tell you every week about this time that we get to go out live in analog stereo FM on Hippie Radio 94.5 FM.
Yeah!
Hello, hippies out there. Good to see you guys. Speaking of broadcasting, Friday night, this week, the 13th at 7 p.m., come on out here for the Jason D. Williams event, but set your DVRs so that you get the whole series, because Music City Roots is launching Season 2 on American Public Television and National Public Television this Friday. We have 14 episodes for you, pared down. These are from our great days at the Loveless Barn, and they are the best of the best, and they look good and sound great. We really work on those shows hard, so they start this week. Thank you to Sound Image for the consistently great live sound here in the hall, and they're back there on the board, and it always does sound great. Soulshine Pizza, Midtown, Nashville, feeds our crew lunch, and they did that today and every week. They bring Pizza Unity to Division Street. Real water keeps us hydrated. You can get one back there. And let's see what else. So speaking of transportation, the Blackstone bus is here. So they picked up at Soulshine tonight. Is the bus here? The bus is here? Good. Welcome. Thanks for coming on the bus. Michael King and his team at legendary Monell's Restaurant and Catering. They are bringing the South to your mouth for 20 years. They fed us dinner. They fed the band's dinner. And they're feeding you dinner right over there. So visit Monell's, their satellite office right here in the factory. We appreciate them so much. The Blackstone... I am just tied up in my little face today. The Blackstone Brewery lineup tonight. We are heavy on Memphis this evening. We're going to be hearing from our pal, piano pounding Jason D. Williams.
Whoa!
Yes, back for another turn on our stage. Also from Memphis, a fascinating musician I'm dying to hear, John Paul Keith with his guitar. Good, they brought the cheering section. From Jackson, Mississippi, and Alligator Records, the terrific Jarekus Singleton is here. And in our second slot tonight, fine singer-songwriter Seth Glier is with us.
Yeah.
This first band I've been trying to get on this stage for a year, and we made it.
Yeah.
Tell them about it, Jim.
Well, Nashville is a city where bold artists cross boundaries and mix influences. And few are as bold or as far-reaching as the guys kicking off our show tonight. Expert players, and they merge soul, hip-hop, jazz, and funk in a unique stew. They've just released a debut recording, and we're so proud to introduce them to you all listening tonight. Give a loud welcome to the Megaphones.
What's happening, Music City Roots? 1, 2. Now this is a little different than you expected, but if you want to stand up on your feet, go on and feel free to do so. Hey. All right. If you want to move, here's your chance. If you want to party, get up and dance. You can't stand still till the beat drops. You can't stand still when the beat stops. You want to lean back, you can do that too. Want to wild out, you can bring your crew. You want a two-step, that's alright, cause we gon' party like this all night.
You know you wanna
move with the megaphone.
You know you wanna
groove with the soulful tone.
You know you wanna
wave your hands in the air.
You wanna
make a brother stop and stare.
You know you wanna
rock from side to side.
You know you wanna
let me be your guide.
You know you wanna
clap your hands to the beat. You wanna get up out of your seat. You know you wanna get down, party people, get down. You tuned in to the megaphone sound. Wave your hands from the left to right, but the megaphone's in the house tonight. You know you wanna get down, party people, get down. You tuned in to the megaphone sound. Wave your hands from the left to right, yeah. The megaphone's in the jam tonight. You wanna fly high, you spread your wings. Wanna get low, you can do that thing. No matter who you are or where you're from. If you wanna rock, come get you some. You can move to the left if you want to. Move to the right if that won't do. Side to side and just be chill. You can do whatever you feel. You know you wanna move with the megaphone. You know you wanna groove with the soulful tone. You know you wanna clap your hands in the air. You wanna make a brother stop and stare. You know you wanna rock from side to side. You know you wanna let me be your guide. You know you wanna clap your hands to the beat. You wanna get up out of your seat. You know you wanna get down, party people, get down. You tuned in to the megaphone sound. Wave your hands from the left to right. The megaphone's in the house tonight. You know you wanna get down, party people, get down. You tuned in to the megaphone sound. Wave your hands from the left to right. Listen, I keep a hard drive with me, cause God let the spark reside with me. And I don't wanna miss one moment. Signs in the sky, don't wanna miss one omen. Blessing after send angels to come and get me. Philosophy is potent, it'll burn your eardrum and introduce God particles into your system. If you ain't used to that, that don't miss system. You can either get up or let it play the victim. I make MCs split up on any given Sunday. All that talk of gunplay will simply get you lit up. I'ma lick one rhyme shot through your domage. Gather round home and my patience, paying homage to my ancestry. Whose spirit bless me with visions of the past. The future don't stress me, they wanna vex me. They step up and get crushed, yo. You know you wanna party with us, If you wanna move, here's your chance. If you wanna party, get up and dance. You can't stand still when the beat drops. You can't stand still when the beat stops. You wanna lean back, you can do that too. You wanna wild out, you can bring your crew. You wanna feel me, and that's alright. Cause we gon' party like this all night. You know you wanna move with the megaphone. You know you wanna groove to the soulful tone. You know you wanna wave your hands in the air. You wanna make a brother stop and stare. You know you wanna rock from side to side. You know you wanna let me be your guide. You know you wanna clap your hands to the beat. Oh, you wanna get up out of your seat. You know you wanna get down, party people, get down. You tuned in to the megaphone sound. Wave your hands from the left to right. Oh, the megaphone's in the house tonight. You know you wanna get down, party people, get down. You tuned in to the megaphone sound. Wave your hands from the left to right. Now, the megaphone's in the jam tonight.
Thank you so much. We are the Megaphones, and as Craig said, it's been a year, and we've been trying to make this work out, and we are here tonight in full force. Give it up for Jason Eskridge on the lead vocals. Tonight, we are playing music from our brand new EP that we released formally late November of last year, and we're going to continue with a tune entitled Kaincha.
Brother singing the message that his voice is bringing, telling you to leave your worries behind, hit the dance floor and have a good time. So when you hear him coming down the street, you know we're gonna make you move your feet. The megaphone's bringing that heat, and we ain't gonna let you keep your seat. Can't you hear the drummer playing? Beats that got your body shaking, telling you to leave your worries behind, hit the dance floor and have a good time. So when you hear them coming down the street, you know we're gonna make you move your feet. Megaphones bringing that heat, and we ain't gonna let you keep your seat. Can't you hear them horns blazing? The way they play is so amazing. we come. You know we're gonna make it move your feet. The megaphone's bringing that heat, and we ain't gonna let you keep your seat.
Now listen, now can't you feel the ground shaking, the earth quaking, the megaphones in the house, we in the for the taking. Tonight you in the place with the elder statesman. My name is Crisis, this is my big homie Jason. Trumpets and saxes, and the fact is, I'ma say something that's gonna blow off where your hats is. So shake that thing up underneath where your backs is. The megaphones will blow the world off its saxes. Hands raised in the air while we get it in. You got a favorite song? Maybe we can fit it in. I'm taking over any arena I'm spitting in. So get yourself up out of that seat you sitting in. While the rhythm section keep the band moving. See, this is not for kids, this is grown man grooving. We tearing it up, we tearing it down. See, you are now tuned in to the megaphone sound.
Jason Eskridge is a bad dude, right? If you're not familiar with him, you're going to get familiar with him real soon, I'm sure. We're going to continue with actually the very first tune that I wrote for this band. It's entitled Drama Queen. And, you know, this is Nashville, so you're able to write from your personal experiences. So we hope you dig it.
She's just an actress, keeping you so confused with her theatrics. Looking for a leading man so she can practice. Cussing and crying on cue, you know the tactic. Whoa, whoa, she's just a drama queen. Learned everything she knows watching the big screen. Whoa, she's just a drama queen. No, she ain't gonna let nobody steal a scene.
Say what? Yo, she's so much drama. I think she learned it from her mama. All that fussing and crying, them fake tears I just ain't buying. All day she wanna scream and shout. All night she wanna run her mouth. Yo, she needs to learn how to act, cause ain't nobody got time for that.
Sunday she's a sweetheart. All day Monday she's upset. Tuesday morning plays a happy part. Tuesday night she's just as mean as she can get. Wednesday she's my Juliet. Thursday the wicked witch of the West. Friday she's the sweetest girl I ever met. Saturday she's just the best. Whoa, she's just a drama queen. Learned everything she knows watching the big screen. Whoa, she's just a drama queen. No, she ain't gonna let nobody steal a scene. Say what, Crisis?
She's so much drama. She needs to save her for a mama. All that's hollering and fighting. The fake tears I just can't fight in. All day she wanna scream and shout. All night she wanna run her mouth. She needs to learn how to act, cause ain't nobody got time for that.
James Da Silva playing the guitar for y'all. Give it up one time. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm from the old school, and I like to sometimes take things back to the old school. And I don't know, do we have any hip-hop fans in here? Or, you know, we gotta, I know,
see a few.
Never judge a book by its cover. You never know who's out there, you know? So we're gonna break it down old school style for y'all, if that's all right. Is that all right? All right. Okay. Well, Dee Dee, in 3, 2, 1.
Listen, I'm tired of the drama chicks. You know the tripe chicks. Always the baby mamas, but never the wife chicks. The watch your kids so I can hit the club tonight chicks. Vaseline on her face, about to fight chicks. I need the right chick, but it's like she don't exist. I'm trying to be a man, she wanna be my mistress. Talking about nobody ever got it this wet. Wait, we ain't even kissed yet. Look, I can't deal with them when they on the fake tip. The real housewives of whatever state tip. Fake breasts, fake nails, fake hair. This ain't she want a man that's real? Get out of here. Look, you don't even know how to be a lady. I thought that you was fly, now I'm thinking maybe there's things she can only learn from a king, but she ain't trying to hear it. She's a drama queen.
She's just a drama queen. Learned everything she knows watching the big screen.
Listen,
she's just a drama queen. No, she ain't gonna let nobody steal her sleep. She's just a drama queen. She learned everything she knows on the big screen. She's just a drama queen. No, she ain't gonna let nobody steal her seat. She's just a drama queen.
Crisis, wrapping his tail off. That leaves us, unfortunately, with just time for one more song. And it's going to be the last song that I wrote before we went in the studio. And there was something about it. We got such a great band in the studio. And if you hear the record, there's cello, there's piano, there's all kinds of crazy things you wouldn't expect on a hip-hop soul record. But this tune, I'm glad we wrote it before we went in the studio. I said that's that much. It's a football song. Titans fans, this was not our year, but there's always next year, right?
When it's 4th and inches and the game is on the line and you're running out of time, searching for a sign, when you're in a moment that you've worked your whole life for, gotta find a way to score. There's no one who wants it more. 'Cause can't nobody stop you. Can't nobody keep you from breaking through. Can't nobody hold you down. Can't nobody stop your dreams from coming true. Ain't nobody check you. All the blood, sweat, and tears about to fade off. Ain't nobody bring you down. All the fears and the pain about to fade off. 'Cause this is your time. This is when a superstar has to shine. This is your time. This is when a hero steps across that line. Keep on pushing. It ain't over till the whistle has blown. Keep on pushing. Victory is waiting in the end zone.
Listen,
this is yours.
hear the crowd cheering, they chanting your name. But you ain't in it for the glory, the fortune, and fame. You gotta win cause you a winner. Since you was a beginner, you had to eat the competition up for dinner. Every challenge on the way, you had to adapt. Now you're so close to taking the victory lap. But it's not done, lay it on the line. Find the will to win cause this is your time.
Can't nobody stop you.
They can't stop you.
Can't nobody save you from breaking through. Can't nobody hold you down.
They can't hold you.
Can't nobody think your dreams are coming true. Can't nobody check you. All the blood, sweat, and tears about to pay off. Can't nobody hold you down. All the fears and the fears about to fade off.
2-minute drill, the whole field to go. We ain't about to stop, you gon' give them a show. You gotta do your thing, you're gonna run the play. Your entire life, it comes down to the day. That's what separates the boys from the men. You wasn't born to lose, cause you a champion. But it's not done, lay it on the line. Find the will to win, cause this is your time.
This is your time.
It's your time now.
This is when a superstar has to shine. This is your time.
It's your time.
Can't nobody keep your dreams from coming true. Can't nobody check you.
They can't check
All
you.
the blood, sweat, and tears about to pay off. Can't nobody hold you down.
They can't hold
All
you.
the doubts and the fears about to fade off. Cause this is your time.
Yo, it's your
This is
time
when
now.
a superstar has to shine. This is your time.
It's your time now.
This is when a hero steps across that line. Keep on pushing.
Keep pushing, y'all.
It ain't over till the whistle that's blown. Keep on pushing.
Just keep pushing, yeah.
Victory is waiting in the end zone. Cause this is your time.
It's your time now. It's your
This is
time.
when a superstar has to shine. This is your time.
Your time now.
This is when a superstar knows that line. Keep on pushing. It ain't over till the whistle that's blown. Keep on pushing. Victory is waiting in the end zone. Cause this is your time, yeah.
Thank you so much. We are the Megaphones. Enjoy the rest of the night.
All right, let's hear it for the Megaphones. Thank you so much. That was great, y'all. The Megaphones, everybody. That was outstanding. Thank y'all. Thank you. Keith,
Yeah.
gosh, you seem so far away, but
You're
I know
so
you're close, and I sent you a gift. Did
Yes,
you get
I
it?
noticed.
My eyes aren't so good, you know.
My
folks,
nanner pudding.
The eyesight. They say it's the first thing to go, but anyway,
No,
Keith,
it's the
I
second
hope
thing.
you know, Keith, a toast.
Oh, who's going to talk now? We're both eating banana pudding.
You know, Keith, let's let all these bygones be bygones
Yeah.
through the years. You know, I'll
Heck
forget
yeah.
all the insults and cruel jokes.
Yeah.
Cheers, Keith.
Cheers. You know, it's a good thing that we're kind of making up because this may be my last night on Music City Roots. Yeah.
Really? Why is that?
$500 million in the lottery tonight. I ain't even going to know who you are, pal.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm sure even...
I'll buy you a car. How about that?
I'll tell you what, Keith, I'd settle for a meal at our new sponsor, Monell's Restaurant.
I can arrange
That would be like $1 million to me.
Oh, just followed up with that banana pudding. Yeah. Well, you want to indulge while I talk here?
I'll go finish this in private. I don't want
okay.
to take
All right.
the Keith's time away from the
Oh,
folks,
no.
but,
You can have all of it you want. Well, right now, we'd like to talk about the amazing Star 129 Diamond. That's one of our favorite subjects around here. Some things only happen once in a lifetime. Are you videoing there, Bob? Hi, Bob. I'm reading your commercial. Big discount on the next diamond I need, all right? All right. Well, anyway, you shouldn't settle for ordinary, especially when it's a special occasion. And we want you to take a look at the extraordinary Star 129 Diamond. It'll take your breath away, just like that. See a live comparison of the Star 129 next to an ordinary diamond at select fine jewelers all across the country, or exclusively here in Nashville at Diamond Outlet on Hickory Hollow Parkway. Speaking of Diamond Outlet, they drew the names today for the winners of tickets to the Big Shrimp Boil this Friday, right here at the factory. Congratulations to Brian Rogers, Sharon Craven, Alexander Perkins, Nick Ellington, and Lindsay Cooper. We'll see you on Friday. Yeah, give them a big hand. Our good friend Bob Forster, who we've already pointed out there, and his family are now celebrating 3 generations of serving the Nashville community at Diamond Outlet. They'll treat you like family, too. Stop by or visit diamondoutlet.com. Just thinking how many of those Star 129s I could buy with $500 million. It's burning my pocket already, man. I know I'm going to win. Now it's time to go back to Craig over in the chat room, sponsored by Griffin Technology, making it easier to connect to the music you love. Who is that guy?
Oh, we always have fun when this fella comes by. Folks, put your hands together for Jason D. Williams. We appreciate seeing you, man.
Good to see you. How are you doing?
Well, doing great. You?
Glad to be back on Music City Roots in Music City.
Yeah.
Glad they put it in Music City instead of Detroit City. It makes more sense.
we got Detroit power, though. We're powered by Detroit, as John Walker will tell you. God, so many questions we could ask. I love talking to you about Memphis because you've told me stories about getting there as a young person and sort of driving by Sun Records when you're in your parents' car and going, "Whoa, was that it?" But you've made it your base for years, right? It's like your hometown.
Right, absolutely, yeah. I started out in South Arkansas, El Dorado, migrated my way through Atlanta, Boston, New York, wound up in Memphis about 38 years ago, and it's a beautiful place. Started out the Peabody Hotel, which recently they just gave me my duck feet out in front. Have you ever seen the duck feet they put out in front?
I've seen the ducks, but you get your like an impression like the Walk of Fame?
No, they put them in gold out in front, and it's pretty nice. So what an honor that was to be inducted into the Duck Feet Hall of Fame.
Inducted, as it were.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Now, you went to work with Sleepy LaBeef a lot of those years. Did you meet him in Memphis?
No, he was from my original hometown, El Dorado, Arkansas.
Ah, I see.
And so he started out, and I'd known about his music. His music's just unbelievable. You guys have to have him on the Music City Roots. He's absolutely a legend. He was on the Sun Records. He's absolutely great. Stands about 6'6". Mm-hmm. Then he has a big hat and big boots, and he makes quite a presence. Mm-hmm. But his true gift is his longevity in the rockabilly music. He's a legend across the world. Overseas, he's just incredible, even here in the United States. Everybody should know about Sleepy LaBeef. He's got great albums out. And I found him walking out of a store in El Dorado, and I was doing a thing called Arkansas Hayride. He said, "Well, I got to have you." So I played the piano. He said, "Let's go on the road." And so I was so happy to tour with
How
Sleepy
old were
LaBeef.
you?
I was about 8 or 9 or 15 or something, 20. I was a young kid,
You were? Okay. Now, did he ever have, because you love playing big, did he ever have to say, "Son, don't upstage me"?
Oh, yeah, I only played with him for about 3 weeks. Yeah. But now he's like my second father. He's an incredible man. We've been on tour with him over the years, and he's quite an entertainer, a great entertainer. Matter of fact, he makes me work. Okay. When you follow Sleepy LaBeef, it's a hard act to follow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
When did you get started on the piano, or did you get training, or were you a homeschooled, self-taught piano player? What was your? Because I know you play a lot of styles.
Well, I started embryo, and then I came out, and I was already playing that piano. Boy, I was good. I couldn't believe how good I was about 2 years old. I was something else. I looked and I was playing that piano. I thought, my God, that boy's good. And next thing I knew, here I was in the music
Signed himself up, yeah.
We had a good time.
You've played classical, right? You played classical
I played
music.
classical, ragtime, jazz, blues, boogie-woogie, honky-tonk, and some genres hadn't even been invented yet.
Of course.
I play some Jackson Pollock music. And we might do a little Joel Osteen tonight. You can't ever tell.
When did you start to pound? Well, like, did you ever start playing the piano in a way that maybe your mother said, "Jason, you're gonna hurt that thing"?
No, but I will tell you a quick little story. There was these Harry Christians, not Harry Christians. What's that other one? Anyway, whatever they was, and they were
guys
next
who knock
door.
on your door.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, they were next door.
Oh, okay.
And he was having a heart attack, and it was in the summertime. Our houses were real close together, and I was playing that piano. My parents used to, a lot of people say, well, did your mom and dad ever make you practice the piano? And they used to try to get me quit at 3 in the morning, you know. And so I was out there playing. This guy was having a heart attack. And the harder he had a heart attack, the harder I played. I had my window open, and they were praying over him. And that praying got in me, and I started whooping that piano, and I was playing harder and harder. And he was having that heart attack, but he made it through it. And I think it wasn't a prayer, it was my piano playing that done it. I guarantee it. I believe that's what it was. And he made it through, and he died since then, I bet. But I ain't.
Where were you then? You were on the road, so he had no chance.
I couldn't help him out.
That sounds like a story you need to tell as a record producer in the studio someday when somebody needs motivation, when somebody needs some to pull
I don't
out
doubt
there.
that. Yeah. I might go into preaching someday, and I might use that story.
Hillbillies and Holy Rollers came out in 2014, the latest record. What can you tell us about this particular project?
This was produced by Dale Watson.
Well, he was sitting right here 2 weeks ago.
Dale Watson?
Yes.
I love Dale Watson. He produced this record at Sun Records, and it's a good record. I can tell you one thing about it. Let's say that you're depressed. Yes. Just a lot of people get that way this time of year. So you put that record on to help you out. Let's say you're just driving slow all of a sudden. You done got old and things aren't going the way they should go. You put that record on, you'll speed on up. It'll get you a ticket. It's a good record. It's a motivational record. You need to go out and get it. But the proceeds, 95 or 97% of it goes to charity. But she's not here tonight. She's taking care of my baby, but she usually comes here.
Jason, it's always a pleasure. He'll be blowing your mind later on tonight. Jason D. Williams, thank you for coming, man.
It's always a pleasure.
Appreciate you. Left of the stage. Oh, she's got the Vietti chili can on tonight. Allie Sutton, good evening, girl.
Good evening, that's right, I am wearing a chili can, and I'm gonna need your help tonight when I sing, with Vietti chili, you'll be having a ball. Vietti chili, I need you to yell, hot dog. Can you do it? All right, let's do it, Jake. Natural Vietti is the talk of the town, so open up a can and pull the tailgate down. With Vietti chili, you'll be having a ball. Vietti chili, hot dog. Allie Sutton here, your Vietti chili girl, coming to you from Music City Roots, bringing you Nashville's hometown chili. With Vietti chili, you'll be having a ball. Vietti chili, hot dog. Thank you, Dirk. You make the best hot dog. And don't forget to get your Vietti chili hot dog at the concession stand. Now let's get back to the show with Mr. Jim Lauderdale.
Well, thank you, Allie Sutton. And Allie, we really relish that one, that particular song. And folks, the artist taking the stage is young, but he's already exceptionally experienced. And major publications are already comparing him to certain rock and pop legends. He's been a guest on the coveted Cayamo Cruise and the Daytrotter Sessions, and his fourth album comes out this spring. Please welcome Seth Glier.
Well, this is my friend Joe. My name is Seth. We came all the way down from Massachusetts. It's great to be here in Franklin, Music City Roots. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Go to work, I'm making honest living. Every night I give thanks for all I've been given. In the morning, I skim the paper, drink my coffee. With every word I read, what bothers me is I'm becoming indifferent. I can sit and watch a world in trouble crumble from the sideline. Or maybe I can make a difference. How long will I wait standing still? How long can my faith keep its will? I've been leaving it up to everyone change itself. Time to offer up more than my goodwill. How long will I wait, standing still? Know a man who picks up trash around our town, bags on both his hands. He ought to wear a crown. Dare I say that I used to call him crazy. Now it occurs to me that there's a peace in the path he's found. He says I can't explain exactly why I'm doing this, but imagine if everybody did. How long will I wait, standing still? How long can my faith keep its will? I've been leaving it up to everyone else, hoping it might change itself. Time to offer up more than my goodwill. Should anyone ever go hungry? Should anyone sleep on the streets? We're drilling holes in our sacred land while we're guzzling gasoline. Should anyone ever go hungry? Should anyone sleep on the streets? We're drilling holes in our sacred land while we're guzzling gasoline. We've got to end depression, stamp out hate. Love thy neighbor, gay or straight. Let's show a little heart. There's plenty of places to start. How long will I wait, standing still? How long can my faith keep its will? I've been leaving it up to everyone else, hoping it might change itself. Time to offer up more than my goodwill. No more standing still. No more standing still. No more standing still. No more standing still. As mentioned, I'm from a small town in western Massachusetts, a town called Shelburne Falls. Thank you both. A huge influence in my songwriting actually kind of came from an unusual situation. It came from my older brother. He's 30 years old. He lives with my dad, and he's nonverbal and autistic. And when I was about 14 years old, my dad had the bright idea that it would become my responsibility to wake my brother up and get him showered and dressed each morning and give him breakfast. You can imagine how exciting that idea was to me as a 14-year-old. But it was one of the greatest things that happened to my life. When I learned how to communicate to Jamie, my brother, without words, it totally changed my songwriting and how I communicate with him. So I often refer to him as my greatest non-musical influence. And there's a lot of him in these songs. I feel really lucky to be able to do this for a living and come to a town I've never played before, ever, and play for a full room. So thank you guys so much for listening. My, oh my, look what the wind blew in. She's stumbling for the bathroom light. She's changing everything. I know her in this bed. I know her beauty and hesitations. Sometimes she's my train, and sometimes she's the station. I'm good on my own. Don't know this mystery, lust or spark that fits like a glove. Feels like there's love left in my heart. I'm a really good man. I'm a really good man. Learning to love again. I'm a really good man. My, oh my, looks like the storm has fled. 'Cause I used to feel the loneliest when someone shared my bed. Bereft and still hurting, but I called it being free. No unlocking and learning under the heat of your body. I'm a really good man. I'm a really good man. I'm still learning to love again. I'm a really good man who knows the best of you when your memories unravel. In my eyes you find the truth when the judgment cracks its gavel. I kiss you like an outlaw, hold your heart when it hits the wall, dance you down to the edge of it all, to the edge of it all. I'm a really good man. I'm a really good man. I'm still learning to love again. I'm still learning to love again. I'm still learning to love again. My, oh my, look what the wind blew in. This is a song about loving somebody who makes it really, 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 really impossible. Lately you've been sleeping in, haunted by your head again. I'm praying it's a rut you're in, but I know I can't keep holding your hand while you're sinking in the quicksand. was never part of my plan to let go, to let you go. I love you, still I'm leaving, 'cause I can't lift you up, I can't lift you up. Spent so much time believing that I could lift you up. I wish I could lift you up. It has to be hard for you, the way I always push through. You can hate me if you have to, if it helps. I could carry on, but I've already stayed too long. And maybe after I'm gone, you'll find someone else. Maybe find yourself. I love you, still I'm leaving, 'cause I can't lift you up, I can't lift you up. Spent so much time believing that I could lift you up. If I could lift you up, I'd take you back to a time when promise filled your heart, before your skies went dark. I love you, still I'm leaving, 'cause I can't lift you up, I can't lift you up. Spent so much time believing that I could lift you up. I wish I could lift you up. If I could lift you up, I wish I could lift you up. As the sun rose up over the sea, everyone was singing in a minor key. Buddhists, Hindus, Jews, and priests gathered around for the Jubilee. Two old ladies still waiting on a sign, growing bitter with age like a yellowtail wine. Shouting at the junkies in the cold street light, do the next right thing or the next thing right. Whoa, wow, you're a long way from home. Hear me sing, wow, wow, people need a miracle to do the next right thing. Hearing voices and a choir preachers, hey, diddle, diddle, now the fiddle screeches, moaning up the stairs, rolling in bed. She been talking to God since 2 a.m., saying I don't wanna go, I don't wanna die, but her sister's gotta save her seat in the sky. You can judge me, grade me, shed some light, do the next right thing or the next thing right. Wow, wow, you're a long way from home. Hear me sing, wow, wow, people need a miracle to do the next right thing. Wow, wow, you're a long way from home. Hear me sing, wow, wow, people need a miracle to do the next right thing. Well, thank you guys so much. We have one more song for you. This man over here is someone I've been making music with for 11 years. We met when I was 15 years old. I was filling in for this keyboard player in like a Sly and the Family Stone cover band. You're not going to hear any of that tonight, I promise you. My dear, dear good friend, please give a warm, warm welcome to Joe Nerney, everybody. For the most part, I usually have a hard time writing songs about situations that I'm currently involved in. Perspective is a real tool for me. And that just wasn't the case with this song. This song kind of wrote itself as it was unfolding in my life. This is called Our Song. It's been such a pleasure to play for you guys. Thank you so much for opening your hearts and your ears. I can write about dreams and where I've been. I just can't write about where I am. That's why I don't have a song for you. Each time I try, the rhymes I use feel contrived, feel like a tribute. And I believe our song should be the truth. A song that says we're on the right track, and I've got your back. We forgive each time we're wrong, so that when this world grinds you, a melody finds you. Come and sing it in my arms. This is gonna be our song. Our song is that summer with no AC. First apartment, small town, Main Street. We're still learning how to sing along. Where the faucet leaks and the bills stack up, we both know that the shower sucks. This summer I learned every Springsteen song. All the songs that go, we're on the right track, and I've got your back. We forgive each time we're wrong, so that when this world grinds you, a melody finds you. Come and sing it in my arms. This is gonna be our song. You can't hear it on the radio, because it's just for me and you. You can't play it for your friends at home, 'cause our song takes two. We're on the right track, and I've got your back. We forgive each time we're wrong, so when this world grinds you, a melody finds you. in my arms. This is gonna be our song. This is gonna be our song. Now this is gonna be our song. This is gonna be our song.
Seth Glier, everybody. Seth Glier. Guys, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Keith, right there.
That's good stuff.
Keith, is your mic on?
Is your what?
It is. Okay.
It's on.
Just want to make sure. You know what, Keith? I'm always looking out for you. And
I know.
You're back now. You're getting your land legs back from being on your precious cruise that you abandoned us for.
Really warm.
Last week, but no, really, it's good to have you back. And I don't want to hog the spotlight anymore, Keith. This is your time to shine.
Okay.
Keith Bilbrey, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Keith
Thank
Bilbrey.
you. Oh, by the way, Jim.
Yeah?
I went. What's that site where you can see a preview of your film?
I don't know. I guess my
it's
website
Jim
or
Lauderdale
something?
Film, or maybe it's.
I don't. Let's talk into the mic, Keith, so the
But
folks
I
can
know
hear you.
that there's a video on there for the preview.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who the first voice you hear is?
Mine?
No, me.
Oh, well,
Me.
How nice.
Yes. Am I in the credits? Do I get paid? No, but you hear my voice giving you this fantastic introduction.
Well, thank you, Keith. That's
We'll talk.
very,
My people will talk to your
Thank
people.
you.
But I was thrilled with that. You're listening to Hippie Radio, Nashville, Bellevue, 94.5 on your FM dial. Nashville's peace, love, and rock and roll station. Hippie Barb still out there? Did I do that right? All right, very good. Join us this Friday night right here at the factory for the first annual Hippie Radio Music City Roots pre-Mardi Gras Bash, featuring music from Jason D. Williams and a Cajun-style shrimp boil hosted by our neighbors here at the factory, Gulf Pride Seafood. Man, the house is going to be rocking. I hope you can be here. And what if buying power were your superpower? We'll power up with a low-rate Visa from Ascend Federal Credit Union. See what's possible. Choose from a classic Visa Student Visa, Visa Gold, or a Platinum Preferred Visa. Apply online at ascendfcu.org, in person at your nearest Ascend Financial Center, or call 800-342-3886. What does that say? Call 800-342-3086. There we go. Experience personal financial service that aims higher. Ascend Federal Credit Union, raising possibilities. All loans subject to credit approval. Ascend is federally insured by the NCUA. Membership is limited. Is Allie Sutton around? I heard that we were going to draw for a $25 prepaid Visa card. That can looks great on you. I mean, I'm telling you, I've never seen anybody wear a can so good. Okay, here we go. I am ready. Yep, here we go. And the winner of our $25 prepaid Visa card is Charlie Reed. Charlie, where are you? Yeah, there he is. Just go over to the Ascend desk there and pick up your $25. And then you can join the credit union as a nature member, and Ascend will refund the $25 into your account that day. Everybody wins. Everybody wins, just like you. Don't walk that way. Walk across this way so everybody can see the can. She's got her nutrition facts on the back there. Lovely, lovely. Well, for more information about Ascend, visit them online at ascendfcu.org or call 800-342-3086. An equal housing lender, Ascend is federally insured by the NCUA. Membership is limited. And by the way, thanks to Griffin Technology in the phone charging station up there in Sponsor Village. Craig is over in the chat room with a couple of my favorite people. Go ahead.
It's exciting. I'm excited to visit with these guys from the Megaphones, Russan Barber and Jason Eskridge. Make them welcome. That's the idea of a show opener, boy. That gets your blood going. The Megaphones has been, I would say, refining the sound over these last almost 2 to 3 years.
Yes. Absolutely.
And talk about, so you're a trained formal jazz player. We'll talk about that in a second. But talk about when this kind of hybrid experiment began to occur to you, and who of these guys were your collaborators and got it going?
Well, I'd been tossing it around for a while, and when my twin brother Roland, that was playing with us tonight, when he moved back to town from New York, it seemed like the right time to try to do what started out as a mix of a New Orleans brass band with contemporary sounds of funk, R&B, hip-hop, soul, all that stuff. And since then, we started with tuba instead of electric bass, and we've kind of wound our way up in a very modern sound, which I actually like a lot, with electric bass, electric guitar, 3 horns, and then this guy, this amazing singer.
Were you part of the very beginning there, Jason? Were you on board the first Megaphones party?
Yeah, I was. I think I was. I mean, as far as I know, I was. I mean, there may have been another guy, but we don't talk about him. You know what I mean?
And Crisis is rapping with you, and then, how common is that combination? Was it inspired by any other band that you'd seen, like That Works or Out of the Blue? And how did you sync this up?
The funny thing is that Crisis and I both went to Hume Fogg in downtown Nashville, and so I was kind of aware of his artistic abilities before this band even started. I was fortunate enough to call him up when we had a show and say, hey man, if you want to just come and freestyle the same way that jazz musicians improvise. He came and improvised, and that night we were like, okay, you're in the band. You're just that awesome. So
Great.
Yeah.
So speaking of jazz, y'all need to know that Rahsaan and his brother Roland grew up here in Nashville, got good real early on, wound up going to music school in Indiana, and then New York,
with Manhattan School of Music.
And so you guys were really focused on jazz, serious jazz, early on, and schooled up.
Yes.
What a journey.
Yes, to an extent. And I'll say, I'm going to mention them, so I'll say hi. My mom and my dad are sitting right out there.
Hey, Mom and Dad. Hey,
hi, Mom and Dad. I love you guys. My dad, at a very young age, we would spend our summers in Memphis, and he said, well, if you're going to learn to play music, then you've got to learn the blues. You've got to learn, and basically playing music from a heartfelt place, And then on my mom's side, with my grandmother as a classical and gospel piano player, so the first kind of public performances we did were in church, and so I think we got the other forms of music by osmosis. So as much as we were focused on jazz formally, we were certainly exposed to all sorts of things. So.
Well, you guys, when I met you, you just made a record called Twinnovation, an early project.
Oh man! I haven't heard the name of that record. That was 2001.
Yeah,
oh,
it's more than a decade now, which is nuts.
Yes, it is.
But it was so great to recognize that there was local young people really trying to find a fresh contemporary voice for jazz music, and I've been listening to jazz since I was a teenager, and wish it had a better shake in the world, but that's another conversation.
And so much of our success we owe. You were behind the scenes and writing and covering us. So I want to say publicly thank you so much for that.
It was a great pleasure to be at the paper and be able to say something about it. But talk about what's going on with you guys just recently in terms of how you're balancing this with other projects, and talk about what you're doing.
Oh boy, I think the life of a Nashville musician is busy and varied. This past weekend, I had the joy of hopping in a van and heading down to Houston, Texas, to play with the Four Tops and the Temptations. Oh wow! And yes, it was amazing. In January, I got to perform at Gladys Knight, Martina McBride. And so this year is kind of off to the fastest start.
I see you on one of the big award shows too, one of the bands.
Yes, you did. I got to play for the CMA Awards at the end of last year. So it's been, the funny thing is you can get busy and you don't always have time for your baby, as I'd say I would refer to the Megaphones as my baby. And so I'm having to work really, really hard, which is a blessing. It's a gold-plated problem, as we say, to have. But certainly trying to find more opportunities for the Megaphones to spread what we feel like is a pretty unique and very homegrown sound.
Awesome. I'll let Jason talk about what the plans are for the band. What can you guys do this coming year to get out of town and spread the word? And what are you hoping for?
Well, I think the goal, as with any independent artist, is to get folks like this to tell their friends, because that's how you grow, more of a grassroots kind of thing. And like we said, we just finished recording a record, so hopefully we'll get that in as many years as we can, and just create more momentum as we just keep playing shows and doing our thing.
me see if Carly's got the. No, she's like, it's not ready. The drums don't work yet. Talk about the EP, because you said some of the songs had be popped out really early. Some were being cooked up as you approach the studio. And what becomes a Megaphone song? Who's writing them, and how do they get to that over the finish line?
I have the arduous task of trying to come up with material that is as good as the talent that this band holds in it. I'm the songwriter for the band and the arranger for the band. It's kind of rare to not have a piano in a band, but I think with 3 horns, it's a fun challenge from a horn section standpoint to take up that space that normally a second guitar player and a piano player would take up. It's what becomes a Megaphone song. They've all been originals up until our show in Chattanooga about a week and a half ago. We covered Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars and Mark Ronson. Okay. And it's one of those songs that when I heard it, I thought, man, why don't people play this song? And then I realized you have to have a really good sized band to do it justice. And fortunately, I feel like with the Megaphones, we have that band. It was an absolute blast. So we're working in a few more covers, and then wherever the muse takes us.
I wish the audience could have been on this side and seen the horn charts, because this is where somebody's got to very carefully parcel out parts and make sure nobody's stepping on each other.
I often refer to it as the best, worst idea I've ever had. So
yeah, throw your hat over the fence and go, then you got to go get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's our motto at Music City Roots. Well, I do not see anybody tinkering with drums. Is the drum set working? Everything looking good over there? Y'all ready? Well, the green light's on. All right. Let's say one more time for all the Megaphones, the ones back here and the ones back there. Love you guys.
Thank you for having
so much.
us.
Good luck to you this year.
Thanks.
Yeah. Our next guest hails from Clinton, Mississippi, near the very cradle of the blues. And his debut album on the legendary Alligator Records is called Refuse to Lose. And he says that's his life philosophy as well. Here, folks, is one of the young innovators in a great American art form. Please welcome Jarekus Singleton.
Y'all feeling all right tonight? This song is called Gonna Let Go. And it's gonna be on Netflix, a TV series called Bloodline in the spring. Y'all check it out. Come on, Ben, give me some on that bass, man. I can feel it. Tonight's gonna be a good night. I done shined my tires. I got my outfit right. I got my brown paper bag, yeah. I put on my dancing shoes. Gonna pick up my lady. We gon' do what we do. Oh yeah, I'm gonna let go, lose control, leave my problems behind me. I'm gonna let go, lose control, and my problems won't find me. Hey, yeah. I ain't gotta think about it, baby. I'm gonna let go, yeah. I ain't gotta think about it, girl. Been working hard all week, baby. Time to enjoy my fruits. And although money's still tight, it ain't gonna stop me from getting loose. 'Cause all my bills are paid, and I got gas in my car. Tonight we gon' get it in, and I'll recover tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'm gonna let go, lose control, leave my problems behind me. I'm gonna let go, lose control, and my problems won't find me. problems won't find me. Hey, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Suspicion got me down and out, and I don't know what this is all about. I tell you now something got you acting strange. I don't know what it is, but you're not the same. Is it me, or is it you? Is it the lies, or is it the truth? Whatever it is, I'm suspecting, so I need some proof. Hey, baby. Ow! Now, first things first, you used to hold my hand when we walked. But our flirt game's worse, 'cause you show me no affection at all. You always leave the house at 8. For the past few weeks, you've been leaving at 6 every day. Well, baby, something ain't right. Whoa, you make the wrong turn when you leave. I don't wanna believe that you got some dirty tricks up your sleeve. Is it me, or is it you? Is it the lies, or is it the truth? Whatever it is, I'm suspecting, so I need some proof. Hey, baby. it you? Is it the lies or is it the truth? Whatever it is, I'm suspecting, so I need some proof. Hey, baby, whoa, is it me or is it you? Is it the lies or is it the truth? Whatever it is, I'm suspecting, so I need some proof. Hey, baby, ow! Thank you. This is a crime scene, baby, but not the kind on your TV. This is a crime scene, baby, but not the kind on your TV. This is a crime scene, baby, and the victim is me. You know I never had the chance. You ripped the heart right out of me. Now there's a big cold hole where my heart used to be. A mentalist could have seen it coming. Your love was never true. You never really wanted me the way I really wanted you. This is a crime scene, baby, but not the kind on your TV. This is a crime scene, baby, and the victim is me. The special victim is me. Oh. No CSI to investigate. Don't need no FBI to close this case. There's no DNA that they need to find, 'cause anyone could read, can read your criminal mind. Law can't order you to love me. I'm prepared to face the facts, and I know I can't chain you down. I just want my heart back. Hey, this is a crime scene, baby, but not the kind that's on your TV. This is a crime scene, baby, and the victim is me. The special victim is me. Whoa, baby. Thank you guys very much. This next song that I'm gonna do is called Refuse to Lose. It's the title track of the album that I released on Alligator Records that I'm proud to be a part of. But I want to introduce this band. These are a bunch of talented musicians. I got my first cousin, Ben Sterling, on bass, y'all. I got my good friend, John Blackman, on drums, y'all. And I have my good friend, Sam Brady, on keys. Now, this song is called I Refuse to Lose, so I want y'all to repeat after me, because this is how we have to be in life. You knock on the door, they don't open the door, you got to go through the roof. If you can't go through the roof, go through the back door, go through the window. If that don't work, we got to get in that door, we got to get in that building. We got to refuse to lose, so repeat after me if you don't mind. I refuse to lose. Come on now, you got to say it like you mean it. I saw you, you said it like you meant it. I was talking about the lady next to you. Say it again. I refuse to lose. Ow! On my way to the top and I can feel it. Drop the top on my future, no ceiling. I feel real good when I walk in the building. My soul is my weapon, I won't conceal it. I suffered so many years. I cried so many tears. A lot of things I don't understand, but I take my hits just like a man. Y'all ain't caught on to it yet. Maybe this time you won't forget. I win at whatever I choose, 'cause I refuse to lose. To pay the bills, I had to sweat. I worked hard jobs with no regrets. I scrubbed toilets till squeaky clean, and I scrubbed floors with Mr. Clean. Then my friends, they wrote me off, talked about me like a dog. And I had to maintain all odds against me, but I worked through the pain. Y'all ain't caught on to it yet. Maybe this time you won't forget. I win at whatever I choose, 'cause I refuse to lose. Hey. At times my spirit get low, but those are times I cherish the most, 'cause they make me dig deep within If you think I'ma lose, you better think again. Spending nights at my mama's house, brainstorming on my mama couch. Then I grab my 6-string girlfriend, I tune the world out, now the world's tuning in. Y'all ain't caught on to it yet. Maybe this time you won't forget. I win at whatever I choose, 'cause I refuse to lose. Y'all ain't caught on to it yet. Maybe this time you won't forget. I win at whatever I choose, 'cause I refuse to lose. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate it.
Jarekus Singleton. Jarekus, that was amazing, man. Thank you so much. Jarekus Singleton. Whew. Wow.
That's what I call the
That's
scald.
putting the scald.
Scald indeed.
That's putting the scald on it, Keith, as we say here at Music City Roots. And Keith, I want to turn things over to you. Once again, too, this is your thing right here now. I don't want to step on your toes.
Well,
you go right ahead.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm beginning to get suspicious here. You did that too easy. Oh, I like the cymbal shot, though. That was nice. Congratulations to French's Boots, now with 14 stores in Tennessee. If you're in the house tonight, you can see a display of some of their beautiful boot wear up in Sponsor Village. You can find French's here in Franklin, just a few blocks from the square. In downtown Nashville, the superstar of all boot stores right there on the river. And all across Tennessee, best boots, best prices anywhere. You go check them out. Now, if we could find Craig, he's going to be over the chat room, sponsored by Griffin Technology, making it easier to connect to the music you love. Well, Craig, how are you tonight? I'm just going to interview Craig like he's there, you know. Yes, well, you did a great job with the guest tonight. I really enjoyed that. Carly, help me out here. I can't find Jim. Oh, there he is. Craig, I'm sorry. I was interviewing you.
We got to build in a little more time in this segment there.
Yeah.
Folks, Jarekus Singleton's going to come out and chat with me here. Come on, Jarekus. One more time.
There you go.
What a good time. What a good time. Pleasure to meet you earlier today and to hear about your journey and so many ways to get started. But first I want to say, you mentioned Alligator Records, and I have my own history with Alligator Records and discovered it when I was in college. Got to work there for a short time when I was in Chicago. But the founder of that label, Bruce Glier, founded this in 1971. It's one of the greatest independent record companies in American musical history. Bruce is here tonight. Thank you, Bruce, for coming. Folks, Bruce Glier is here. And you said that you got your eyes set on Alligator and sent him a tape, old school, just like reached out, and lo and behold, he wrote you back.
Right. This was in 2010 when I sent Bruce an email and a CD and a letter. It's right after I had surgery on my ankle because I played basketball professionally overseas before this, and I was, I hate talking about myself, but I was National Player of the Year in college in 2007 in basketball. Wow. And thanks, so I grew up in church, in my grandfather's church in Jackson, Mississippi, playing music 5 times a week. Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Friday night, twice on Sunday.
Get you practiced up, won't it?
Had plenty of practice.
Did the feeling of that music? You mentioned earlier that you were aware of the blues and started to fall in love with it, but that there was like a tension between church music and secular music, and that it wasn't easy to do both.
Well, my grandfather was the pastor. That was my maternal grandfather. And secular music was the worst thing to do growing up. But, that's all my grandfather knew was church. This guy never owned a TV. You know what I mean? So I'm extremely thankful, and I can respect the man for standing on what he stand on. It don't make me any less frustrated when I'm trying to play the blues. But when I grew up in church, church was always intense. There was always music. Church service can last for 3 or 4 hours. So that's where me and my cousins, we all get our intensity from, is my grandfather. He played guitar as well, and that's how I learned how to play, by watching him and my uncle play guitar. That's how I learned how to play.
Who were the first blues guitar players that got you excited and thought, ooh, I've got your sight on that?
Albert King was my first. When I heard Play the Blues for You by Albert King, it really floored me. And then I started looking into Freddie King and B.B. King
all
and
the
people,
Kings.
all the Kings, and Gatemouth Brown, which Bruce mentioned earlier, and all these great artists.
It's an education, isn't it? It's deep. Once you start to realize that it just goes on and on. Right, it's a lot to learn and a lot to study. But you said you didn't get your first guitar until you were 20 years old, and that's just about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
well, I always had my grandfather's guitar to play at church, and that's how I learned how to play. And my grandfather was gracious enough. He bought a guitar from a deacon at church, and he said, "Man, you want that guitar?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, take it home."
Right.
So I was 20 years old, and I'm thankful for it.
So you mixed basketball and music for a while, and then suddenly basketball has to go away, and that must have just kind of sucked, and you had to readjust. When did you reorient to saying, I can do music professionally and organize a band, and how did you go through that thought process?
Well, Craig, once I had my surgery, I had my cartilage taken out of my right ankle. And, I was on bed rest for about 16 weeks with my leg propped up in the air so I wouldn't get a blood clot. But at that time, that's when I grabbed my guitar and started writing and just playing music. And this is where I found myself to be. And I thank God that I'm in this position. I'm glad to be a part of this event. I'm glad to be on stage. My band, I speak for me and my band. We're glad to be up here to play in front of these wonderful people.
It's a treat to have you, man.
That's very receptive to our music. We're just some Mississippi boys trying to play a little blues. That's all.
That's great. The guitar geek question, but we're in Nashville, so those are allowed. You play with your bare hands, bare fingers?
Sometimes I do. It's kind of hard for me to explain. I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes I do play with my bare fingers and a pick. Depending on.
Looked like you were using your bare thumb most of the time.
Yeah, I can't explain it. It's just
totally intuitive.
Yeah, just losing myself in it, getting lost in it, and wherever I find myself, that's cool with me. You know what I mean?
Did you find any mentor for like either guitar or leading a band, like figuring out how to be that guy on stage and be in charge and take a song from what could be a 3-minute song to a 7-minute song, all that?
Well, you know, I learned a lot from various artists and just being a student of the game. And, you know, my mama always told me when I was growing up, man, you can learn a lot if you just be quiet and pay attention. You got 2 ears and one mouth. So I took my mama's word for that, and I've been taking it, you know, in stride ever since.
Nice. So Alligator's based in Chicago. It's obviously a great blues city and a city where the South migrated and brought its music and its culture there. Have you gotten to play in Chicago, get to sort of fit into that world? I know you've played the Chicago Blues Festival. What's that like?
Man, it's great. A lot of good fans in Chicago. I mean, diehard blues fans, and they're very receptive to what I bring to the table. They've been very supportive. And yeah.
On stage, it's
okay. Yeah, they've been very supportive, and Chicago is just great. You know, you can taste it in the air when you get there. It's kind of like,
yeah.
You know.
Yep. Well, I was just imagining this set outside Grant Park. You know, that I could just completely put myself there. So it'll happen. Hope again this summer, again this year.
Yeah.
Playing Chicago this year.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's an epic event. Everyone should go. We got a green light. We got to move on. It's a long night of music, but thank you. Jarekus Singleton,
Craig.
everybody. It was so good to meet you, man.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Well, we promised you a night of soulful music, and I think we've delivered so far. But now, folks, we're heading for Memphis, Tennessee, the mothership of soul. And our next guest is a songwriter, guitar slinger, and powerful singer who reaches back for timeless influences and a forward toward a style that's all his own. Please welcome to his first time on Roots, John Paul Keith.
I sure would like to see your face close to mine in a dim little place. Just my schedule's clear. Just call me up, we could disappear. Hey, pretty baby, can't you see it? That you really ought to be with me. Woman, you ain't no little child. I must confess, you got me right. Honey, I ain't no little kid. A full-grown man, I keep it here. Can't you see that you really ought to be with me? You ought to be with me. You ought to be with me. You ought to be with me. Well, myself a sane. So you know what we're living in. If you ask me, you could use a friend. Hey, pretty baby, can't you see it? That you really ought to be with me. You 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 ought to be with me. a night like any other one. A smoky scene from an old rerun. But everything's different, everything's different now. Oh, I know I never should ever have ever let myself let go. Oh, but I know I never could ever have ever made myself say no. Yesterday I was another man. Now I'm staring at the ceiling fan. 'Cause everything's different, everything's different now. Hey! Yesterday I was some other man. Now I'm staring at the ceiling fan. 'Cause everything's different, everything's different now. Oh, everything, everything, everything's different. Everything's different now. Thank you very much. It's great to be back with you here in Franklin, Tennessee. I lived in Nashville for a little bit, and it has changed a lot, and I think it's all been for the better. And so it's great to be here and seeing some familiar faces. And what a cool bunch of music we've had tonight. It would end in regret, but I didn't know how right I was. And I'm sure gonna miss that 90 proof kiss and the kind of things a girl like you does. Oh, but no one ever looked finer, still wearing last night's eyeliner. Gonna miss that 90 proof kiss, the only kind you ever laid on. Hey! They've all seen you walk back home at the break of noon. Honey, I've been there too, and I've been there with you. And if I never am, it'll be too soon. Oh, but no one ever looked finer, still wearing last night's eyeliner. Sure gonna miss that 90 proof kiss, the only kind you ever laid on. Oh, the only kind you ever laid on. Well, if you wanna be a hero, not a rock and roll zero, even you can have a hit sound if you let them mind your bass down. Yeah, there's really nothing to it. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Well, if you wanna make a big splash, all that you need is a car crash. And if you wanna get a headline, all you gotta do is flatline. Yeah, there's really nothing to it. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Well, everyone will talk about you when they have to live without you. 'Cause some people love the melody, but everybody loves a tragedy. Yeah, there's really nothing to it. Anyone can do it. Oh, there's really nothing to it. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Oh, anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Yeah, anyone can do it. Oh, anyone can do it. Now, I know it's the middle of February and nobody wants to think about this, but I was trying to write my version of White Christmas. You know, the kind of song where you just get checks in the mail every year. It hadn't happened yet, but I'm still hopeful. So bear with us. I know it's February, but we're going to do this next one. It's off my last album. It's called New Year's Eve. Maybe I've had too much champagne, pouring this old year down the drain. What can I say? Old anxiety brings me down. Why can't those hands spin the other way around? Can you believe it's already New Year's Eve? Can you believe it's already New Year's Eve? Somebody stop this carousel. I went for the brass ring, but I fell. Next thing you know, I'll be lying about my age. I'm reading a book, but I don't want to turn the page. Can you believe it's already New Year's Eve? Can you believe it's already New Year's Eve? New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. What can I say? Old anxiety Thank you all so much. My name is John Paul Keith. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Yeah, John Paul Keith. That was fantastic, John. John Paul Keith, everybody. Thank you. That was amazing. Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
What a night.
Guys, that was great. Thank you so much.
What a night we're having
Yeah,
here.
I know it.
I'm loving it.
I know. Keith, let's do a selfie here
Oh,
for
okay.
the camera. Hi.
That's good.
Well, look, Keith, I'm gonna get out of the man cave here and let
Okay.
you do your thing.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to remind folks, Jim, that they are listening to Hippie Radio, Nashville, Bellevue, 94.5 on your FM dial, Nashville's peace, love, and rock and roll station. Get your tickets tonight for this Friday night here at the factory. It is going to be incredible. Our first annual Hippie Radio Music City Roots pre-Mardi Gras Bash, featuring music from Jason D. Williams, who's about to come on here in just a moment, and a Cajun-style shrimp boil hosted by our neighbors here at the factory, Gulf Pride Seafood. JD and the gang at Gulf Pride are one of Franklin's best-kept seafood secrets, and Jason D. Williams, one of the most electrifying entertainers you will ever see, and you're about to see. So, hey, light her up, boys. What about that beautiful 100% electric, no gas Nissan Leaf right over there? Isn't that a beautiful color, too? I like that. So far, 55,000 customers in the United States are saving a whole lot of money at gas stations and enjoying lower maintenance costs. Every new Nissan Leaf is in the United States, comes from right here in Tennessee, the vehicle and battery plant located in Smyrna, just a short drive from here. Trust me, you really need to drive one. You're going to love it. Has seating for 5 so the whole family can come along. Currently, if you buy a new Nissan Leaf here in Nashville, Nissan's no charge to charge promotion provides you complimentary access to public charging stations for 2 full years. Talk about range confidence. So visit your local Nashville dealer today and test drive the 100% electric, no gas Nissan Leaf. Nissan Nashville proud. By the way, thanks to Griffin Technology for the phone charging station up in Sponsor Village. Once again, getting all charged up over there, it's Craig Haverhurst.
We are charged up. Folks, one more time. We're going to do a little duo interview here because I wanted to get chat with both these fellas. John Paul Keith is here. Seth Glier is here. One more time for both of them. We're kicking the variety tonight. John Paul, you are from Memphis, Tennessee. Your new record is called Memphis Circa 3 a.m., which is the best time of the day in Memphis, Tennessee.
Well, for certain things.
For certain things. Talk about your history there. Are you a lifer? Are you a transplant who had to be in Memphis and go there pilgrimage and stayed? What's your relationship?
I'm a transplant. I'm originally from Knoxville, Tennessee, and I lived here for a few years, or in Nashville for a few years in the early 2000s. But I drifted around a while, and about 10 years ago, I happened to find myself in Memphis, and I'm still there, and it's home now. I just happened to get there at the right time and in the right situation with the right bunch of musicians, and it all just lined up for me in a way that I didn't expect. So
that's nice.
It's
we'll
all
talk
been
about
a pleasant
a little
surprise.
more about that. How you got established. Where do you start to go? Where do you start to find your place to prove what you can do?
Well, when I first got there, I started out on Beale Street doing the tourist kind of bar work, just playing guitar for other people. And people, they'd be the kind of gig you play 4 hours and you'd be in the middle of a song, you turn around and it's a different drummer than the one you started out with. Like, who are you? But and that was a really educational thing. I'd never been through that kind of situation before, and I've sort of carried that over to what I do. Eventually, I started meeting other songwriters and creative people and recording engineers and producers and stuff, and just got real, got neck deep into that old funky Memphis thing, and it's just been I could get slightly mystical about it. It's really awesome.
Well, that's good because place, I think sense of place is where all music starts. You've got to feel the vibrations of where you are, and Memphis is a place that can get.
It's all vibrations.
You can get a little. I've often said if you go to Memphis with the wrong tour guide or the booklet, you can wind up feeling like this place isn't as real as I thought, but it's one of the most real places in the world.
It's so real you can't even grasp it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It sounds like you're stylistically kind of all over the place. You'll do twangy country, you'll do Alex Chilton-y pop, you'll do Elvis Costello in the old days. What's your sort of MO?
All of that, it's like there's two kinds of music, good and bad, So I mean, and that's sort of a Memphis thing too. There's no genres in Memphis, none.
Yeah.
There's no genres and there's no commercial considerations, except for the fact that, by the way, I just have to point out the #1 single in the country right now, Bruno Mars and Mark Ronson, was cut at Royal Studios, Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Royal's the place. That new movie is great. Take Me to the River.
First #1 out of Royal Studios since Let's Stay Together.
Wow. That place seems like it's kind of reviving. Now, Seth, this could not be more different. Western Massachusetts. From Memphis to Western Massachusetts. And I would have said that you had spent your time in New York City and gone and felt the whole luxurious pop thing happening, and maybe there's some truth to that, but orient us to how your place informed what you do.
Well, see, for me, I grew up in a pretty eclectic household, listening to a bunch of different kinds of music, everything from Joni Mitchell's Blue to Janet Jackson's Velvet Rope. So listening to all sorts of stuff. And I wrote my first song on September 11th. I was 13 years old. That's sort of when my journey into songwriting happened. I kind of put the Janet Jackson record away for a little while and dove into folks like Jackson Browne and Joni Mitchell and a lot of those 70s songwriters.
Yeah, and I heard the activist's voice in your songs. I heard the plea for tuning in, thinking, and doing.
Yeah, that kind of came, I think, from my mom. As a kid, I was sort of surrounded. Both my parents were real advocates for my older brother, and I would go to the State House and talk on various different. Petition for various different causes for autism, family support services and stuff like that. And that ended up carrying into my music. And for me, I think I'm so lucky and fortunate to be given a microphone. And I think part of that comes with an incredible responsibility to amplify voices that need it, to sort of deflect the spotlight into places that need it most.
And you tour like mad. You do like 250 dates a year, and that's what I read. And
I do.
How far afield, and what's your kind of scheme for that?
I went to Malaysia this year, so I'm going around the world at this point, which is amazing, and for the most part traveling in a cute little Prius.
With your saxophone player and
Correct.
co-vocalist, who is absolutely wonderful. Tell us a little bit about him.
Joe is just, I can't begin to express how much I have learned about seeing from him, and how much I've learned. And his musicianship is incredible, but his humanity is absolutely extraordinary. He's one of my best friends and just an amazing person to travel the country with.
Yeah, you get to travel and see the world, as it were, and that's awesome. John Paul, talk about your touring. How much of your world is based playing gigs in Memphis versus seeing this great country and world of ours?
A lot of it's in Memphis, but I tour quite a bit too. I go to Europe every sort of album. I've been 4 times now. Okay. I've never been to Malaysia, but I have been to Serbia and Croatia and some places in some of the, which are amazing fans over there. They didn't get rock and roll until fairly recently, so it's they're very enthusiastic about it. Really, the best fans, and so we do that, and we tour around. We're a beer joint bar band. I think there's an art to that, and there's no shame in it. And I try to do it well. I try to be a good bar band.
I don't know where I'd be without beer joints and bars. So terrific.
I'd be going hungry.
Yeah. Well, I'll look for you in one soon. And this is great stuff. I love that music. So it's a great discovery for me. Both of you guys. And when are you doing your duo album? We don't know if we started anything. Green light's on. Let's get on with some music. But Seth, Glier, and John Paul Keith, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you all for being such a great audience tonight. It's been a good time. We got a little more.
Well, up now to close the show is a master showman and rockin' piano dynamo. From the spirit and soul of Memphis circa 1955 to the new world of roots Americana, He's carrying one of the biggest and brightest torches in our music. We've been waiting all week for this. Please welcome Jason D. Williams.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, brother. How y'all doing?
My gal is red hot. Your gal ain't doodly squat. My gal is red hot. Your gal ain't doodly squat. I ain't got money, but man, she really got a lot. Hey, I walked all day, talked all night, spread my business all over town. My gal is red hot. Your gal ain't doodly squat. She ain't got money, but man, she really got a lot. Oh yeah. Feet out behind. My gal is red hot. Your gal ain't too smart. Well, she ain't got money, but man, she really got a lot. Well, I got a woman living in Memphis, Tennessee. She looks like Jerry Lee. My gal is red hot. Your gal ain't too smart. Ain't got money, but man, she really got a lot. Hey. Valentine's Day, I got her a fire extinguisher. My gal is red hot. My gal is red hot. My gal is red hot. All right. All right. All right. All right. You know, I'd like to do a song now about a lot of cats that a lot of you people have known in the past. Got money, honey. I knew a man one time that decided he had so much money he'd go out and do anything he wanted to do. Go get him a woman. Well, I met a gal one time and she wanted to call me honey if I spent a little money on her. I spent that money, and she said, well, my goodness, if you're going to do that, I'm going to have to tell you, get out your big roll, Daddy. That's what this song's about. Well, I stepped ashore on the coast of Spain. A good-looking chick passed me by. 4 days we rocked it away. She held me 3 or 4 nights. I asked her, had she been here before? Could she show Mr. Williams some groovy sights? 3 or 4 days we rocked it away. She held me 3 or 4 nights. Get out the big road, pull it out right. Oh, it's the only money, honey, we're gonna call it love tonight. Get out the big road, daddy, pull it out right. The only money, honey, we're gonna call it love. Well, I met a little chick in Jamaica, prettiest gal I've seen. She had good-looking, long brown hair with a big old white collar around her head. I said, hey, baby, you know you're hot. Honey, you got something that I want. 3 or 4 days we rocked it away. Hell, she was rocking all night. Get out the big road, daddy. Pull it out right. Oh, there's the only money, honey, and we're gonna call it love tonight. Get out the big road. I met a little girl at the Peabody Hotel. She was about 17, 18. I looked at her and I said, hey, baby, you're the good-looking gal I ever saw. My name is Jennifer James, and I'd like to marry you someday. I ain't got no money. She said, you will, honey. Get out your big road today. Get out your big road. Pull it out right. Our only money, honey, we're gonna call it love tonight. Get out the big road, daddy. Come on, hey, come on. I might be out here drinking somewhere, out here running around. I might be doing things I don't naturally do. Sometimes I get the feeling like I got the world on a string. Hey, on a string. And I think to myself, good God Almighty, hell, I far away, oh glory, far away. Yeah, when I'm gone, hallelujah, hallelujah. Tennessee. Well, Memphis, Tennessee, they ran me out of Nashville the other day. Yeah, down in Memphis. Yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah. That's all right. Thank you. Long live R.J. Come. He liked that song. We're going to do a slow song now. I'm going to put the lid, which means something different when I was a kid, but I put that back on there like that. I was arrested one time. I'm not proud of it. But he said, you're going to have to tell the judge that, boy. It ain't funny, but I was there. I'm going to do a song now. I hope you enjoy it. Beautiful tune. We work with us up just for the Roots show. What y'all want to do, boys? Yeah, do that. Woo! Well, hey, boy. Let's play one we know. Let's do another one. A lot of people come up here and they do all them songs they know. I like to just get with it, boy, and just play something you might get close to. We got the best guitar player in Nashville, come from California. He probably ate a lot of fruits and nuts when he was over there. Made him the greatest guitar player I've ever known. I want you to make welcome one of my best buddies, been with me longer than that guy that quit me now. Mr. Ace Norton, Ron Norton, Ace Norton from Nashville, lives here in the real city. Almost, he'll work his way to Franklin someday. He brought Dollar with him, Dollar's out there. On the drum, plays a little bit too heavy on the bass drum, but I ain't gonna hold that against him, I love him. He's out, huh? Oh, that's Mike Harbour. He's my bestest buddy right now, you know. Anyway, he plays the drums, beating the fire out of him. I love that. He can play classical, jazz, anything you want to play on the drums. He's fine. He's my uncle, and I've got a little 7-year-old boy. He'll be 8 next. I was 8 before I was 7, but anyway, he'd be 8 years old, but that's his uncle. And by golly, we like him too. Mr. Rodney Pope Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Back over here, we went to school together, a school of rock and roll. They say, I was down at Jerry Lee's house, and I don't know if we'd been drinking, but we should have been. And I said, Jerry, you started that rockabilly. He says, don't you call that rockabilly. I started rock and roll. I just, excuse me, Jerry, you know. Sorry. But anyway, that wasn't funny. I was just telling you a story. But me and Jimmy started out rockabilly with Sleepy LeBee. Remember that, Jimmy? Yeah, I do. Say something about it.
What y'all doing back there?
That's what Sleepy would get on his CB,
and we were in the Cadillac back behind the trailer home pulled by the Ford F-150. And Sleepy B, we'd be going up through there, and Sleepy, what you boys doing back there?
He didn't want to know.
He didn't believe me. He didn't want to know. But Sleepy the Beach, where we started out 30-something years ago. Mr. Jimmy Davis Williams. Jimmy Davis Williams. He's our uncle. We got a family up here. We could go to Branson. We go to Branson. If I'd cleaned my show up a little bit, we could put a show on in Branson. We'll be here Friday night at the Music City Place right here, and you ain't seen nothing yet. I play this piano bare, deaf, dumb, and blind. I could do this. And I do it like that a lot of times. But I play the piano, and I enjoy it. People say, well, my God, that's a God-given talent. I say it's a curse, too. It got me in a lot of trouble, and it got me out of it, you know, sometimes. But I've got to know a lot of lawyers in my life. But I love all of them, love all you people, love all your wives about as much as you do. But we're going to do a song now. What, y'all? You know, a lot of people say, boy, you play piano like you a little bit religious. Well, I say, that's right. I'm not spiritual, but I am religious. Is it supposed to be the other way nowadays? Well, anyway, whatever your yogurt doing thing wants to do, I'm going to tell you, I play this song right here. I'm going to send this out to all you people that are just spiritual and you need to be religious. It's an old gospel tune. And I see a lot of you girls out there don't know what to think. Well, I'm going to tell you what to think. If you ever get in trouble, you better call Jesus on the main line. Call him up sometime. Jesus on the main line. Ring him up sometime. Jesus on the main line. Call him up sometime. Call my Jesus up sometime. Jesus on the main line. Call him up sometime. Jesus on the main line. Call him up sometime. If you need a friend, ring him up sometime. Call my Jesus up sometime. If you need a lawyer, call him up sometime. Call him up, call him up, call him up sometime. If you need a doctor, call him up sometime. Call my Jesus up sometime. If you need a bum in a bar, call him up sometime. If you need a movie star, call him up sometime. If you need anything, line is never busy. Call him up. Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Call him up, call him up, call him up sometime. Call him up, call him up, call him up sometime. Call my Jesus, call him up sometime. Call my Jesus up sometime. here. I'm gonna show you what it's all about. Everybody come down here, let's get sanctified. I'm gonna show you a little something over here. Some of you people come up here and get sanctified. Come up here on the stage. Come up here and let the good Lord. Everybody, if you think you can dance, come up here. Come on up here. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, coming high. Oh, yeah. Jesus on the main line. Call him up sometime. Jesus on the main line. Call him up sometime. Call my Jesus. Call my Jesus. Call my Jesus up sometime. Call my Jesus up sometime. Thank you very much. A lot of people say, boy, why don't you play something fast? I could do it. Well, I sure do like what I'm looking at now. You can't get out of Nashville without doing a Hank Williams song. Every time I try, I never get it right. But I'm gonna do a Hank Williams song tonight. Hey, good looking, honey, what you got to? How about cooking something up with me? I said, hey, sweet baby, honey, I thought that we might find a brand new recipe. I got a hot rod board and a $2 bill, an old little joint on the heck of the hill. Hey, mama, don't you know what I mean? You're the cutest thing that I've ever seen. I said, hey, good looking, honey, what you got? How about cooking something up with me? I'm gonna write your name on every page. Fill it, cut it, jiggle with age. Buy me one for 9 or 10 cents. Honey, get your ass right over my fence. Said, hey, good looking, honey, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up? How's about cooking something up? How I know something's up with you. $2 bill. I know a little joint right over the hill. Woo! Hey, pretty little baby, won't you rock this thing? I said, hey, good looking, honey, what you got cooking? How's about cooking? I want everybody to come on. $2 bill. I know a little joint right over the hill. So soft and the dancing queen. what you got. How about good to live something up with me? Easy now, come on, baby. All you got to do is just stand it in one of those spots and you might have something. I was at the head of the baby, there's a whole lot of shaking going on. Come on, baby, a whole lot of shaking going on. Come on, baby, that's the way they do it down back home. You leaving too early, baby. Shake, shake, shake it, mama. Come on. Hey, come on, come on. Hey, shake, baby, shake it. Shake it, baby, shake it. Shake it, baby, shake it. Shake it, mama, shake it. Come on. Wiggle, don't you wiggle, let the mama, come on, come on. I ain't begging, oh, a lot of shaking going on. Thank you. Good, all right, boy. Hey, now. Thank you. Woo. Take her down. If there's ever been a better songwriter than Jim Lauderdale, I don't believe it. And Jim's written a lot of songs, and I make them as I go up. Sit down, white folk. I ain't through with you yet. Sit down. We'd like to do an old song I wrote now. It's a beautiful little ditty. I wrote this for my 7-year-old that's going to be 8 in a minute. I hope you enjoy this. It's for my little boy, Canyon. Watch this now. I put a little something in the middle of this song that reminds you of a little boy. I hope you enjoy this. way to heaven. Well, now, blue ain't the word for the way I feel. Storm brewing in the so heart of mine. My troubled mind knows to another you'll be wed. That's why I'm lonely all the time. Guitar ace. Enough of that one. All right. Y'all can cut that part out. We love you. And this is streaming live, and that's why I did that song for my boy Canyon. He's probably dozing off right now. He just learned his spelling words, and he's got a test tomorrow now. He probably watching us on that wild word, inner word, or whatever you call it, interweb. But I'll tell you something right now. I love Jerry Lewis and Jackson Pollock and Joe Namath. I love them cats. That's what made Nashville what it is, I bet you. We're going to do one last song. I guess I would play all night, but I got to get back home. Dollar, you about ready to go, ain't you? How about a big hand for Nashville outdoing Memphis? Well, I don't like that because I'm from Memphis. I remember when I was on RCA Records up here in Nashville, they told me, you gone home. We don't want you here. You go back where they play the piano like that. So I did. But I ain't holding no grudge. Yeah, I did too. No, I love Joe Galante and he loved me. But I'm going to do a song now about all the... What y'all want to do? Hey, you can't do Foggy Jim, I want to do Foggy. All right. Well, we just quit. We just quit, then I could play all night, but I think we got... Huh? A ragtime. We're going to do a jam. I want to play. Let's get everybody out. Especially at trombone playing, everybody. If we're going, I don't know. I said I was going to do some Hank Williams. Let's do Jambalaya. Time out.
And let's hear it for Jason D. Williams.
All right.
The man, Jason D. Williams.
Jim Lauderdale. Greatest songwriter I know. No, you did. I tell you what, a lot of people say, well, you play the piano like your cousin Jimmy Swaggart. I said, yes, I do.
I'll tell you what, let's give him a big hand and we're going to get ready for the jam. Jason D. Williams, folks. That's right. Yeah.
Jennifer Jane Williams, Canyon Williams, Ace Norton Williams, Rodney Pope Williams, Jimmy Davis Williams, Jim Lauderdale Williams.
Hey, and he's going to be back this Friday, don't forget. So come down. Come down for the big Mardi Gras celebration. Have y'all had fun tonight?
Well, folks, let me say thanks to the whole lineup here on the Blackstone Brewery lineup. Jason D. Williams, of course, John Paul Keith, Jarekus Singleton, Seth Glier, and the Megaphones. That is an amazing, amazing lineup. And
what a night.
Not much country music tonight, did we? But oh my God, that was fun. Next week, we have a fantastic set of artists to play for you. Driving and Crying is coming back, so we'll get some Southern rock and roll. The Honeycutters are returning with their wonderful folk music. Andrew Duhan and our friends Green Sky Bluegrass. That's a big band, folks. They sell out amphitheaters all over the country. So they're going to be back here 1 week from tonight. Tickets online at MusicCityRoots.com. And, of course, remember that set your DVR so you can watch the whole series of Music City Roots on Nashville Public Television, channel 1008 on most of those digital systems. And it's going to be great. Keith Bilbrey, how you doing? It's a good night.
I'm doing fine. I'm looking forward to seeing the whole series. I was here, but I'd like to see it again. You know, we're crazy about this Nashville jam. Gary and Courtney Barron started making their gourmet jams and jellies as gifts for family and friends from the abundance of their own garden. Now, even though it's in stores from New York to Texas, it's still made with that same loving care. Handmade, all-natural gourmet jams and jellies from natural fruit flavors like strawberry and blueberry to wild tastes like peach habanero or garlic and Vidalia onion. Served proudly in finer restaurants like the Omni downtown. Available at fine grocers like Kroger. We're proud to introduce you to Nashville Jams and to give them even more reason to say our jam rocks. Speaking of jams, we, of course, have our online chat during the show. And congratulations to Art, who guessed the name of the secret jam tune in the Music City Roots online discussion community. Art lives down in Florida. His favorite band is the Ducks, and he started watching in the summer of 2014. Good to have you along, Art. You too can join the conversation every Wednesday night in Roots online discussion community. Just visit www.musiccityroots.com and click the Watch Now Live button.
Man,
Speaking of
Memphis, have y'all
Memphis,
ever done that? Because I mean, there's a gang. It's like a coffee clatch on that thing. It's like everybody. It's amazing. Friends being made across whole time zones and whole continents.
It's great
on the chat on the live stream. It's
bringing
amazing.
it all together. Hey, speaking of Memphis, I have some friends here from Memphis, some relatives, Lynn and Diane Wadlington. Good to have you here. Yeah, they knew Elvis personally. No, I'm just kidding. But he did. Yeah, Lynn did. Hey, let's go back to center stage and see what we're going to have for our Nashville Jam. Jim Lauderdale, you've done a marvelous job tonight. It's been great to be back.
Well, thank you,
Great
Keith.
to see. I agree with Jason. You're one of the greatest songwriters on the entire planet.
That's
well,
true.
Keith, thank you so much.
See, you say I never say anything good about you.
And you know, well, and I'll tell you what. Now, Peter Cooper, I know, does an imitation of me, and I've been working on my Keith Bilbrey imitation. But
oh, I want to hear this. Yeah.
I'm still working. It's a work in progress, though. But I'll tell you what. No, it's good to have you back, Keith. And I'm telling you, you look nice and tan. You just look like you came back from the islands.
No, I did.
But,
it was good. It was
but
good.
I'll tell you now, folks, for our jam tonight, Jason recommended this song, and I'm sure glad he did. It's an old Hank Williams song called Jambalaya.
Yeah.
So y'all sing along on the chorus with us if you want to.
1, 2, 3.
Goodbye, Joe, we gotta go, be on my way. For tonight I'm gonna sleep, Mama, share the meal. Feel free, John, play guitar, let's get gay. Hey, on the bio.
Jambalaya, crawfish pie, Philly gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see Mama share a meal. Pick guitar, fill fruit jar, and Miguel.
Oh, God, my God.
Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on the bio.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Keep out door, front door, the place is buzzing. People come to see you on by the dozen. Dress in style, go hog wild. Me, oh my, oh my God. Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on the bayou.
Jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see Mama Jimmy. Big guitar, Phil Flute, John, and Miguel. Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on the bayou. Oh, take it on guitar. JP. Give me a pirogue, and I'm gonna catch all them fish down in that bayou. Well, jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. And we have big fun on the bayou. Everybody now! Jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see Mama Jeremy. That's right, Jim. Guitar, Phil, Jar, and Miguel. Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on the bayou. It's later on. Young Pet. Playing the piano. Baby Slim. Later on, swap my mom, get me a hero. And I'll cash on the fish down in the mouth. Swap my mom, roll it on me, oh mouth. Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on the bayou. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see Mama Shelby. Big guitar, Phil Fruit Jar, and Miguel. Son of a gun, we're gonna have big fun on the bayou. Jambalaya, Jim Lauderdale, you boys keep playing. And by Joe, we gotta go, me oh my oh. Oh, tonight I'm gonna see that little lady they call Michelle and me oh. I'm gonna get it down on the bayou. Hey, on the bayou. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Oh, what a night. Music City Roots is a production of Hang Die Media. Executive producers John Walker and Todd Mayo would like to thank Laurie Gregory for twirling above and beyond the call of duty this and every week. And, of course, a big thanks to all our friends at Hippie Radio. Tomorrow night on the Roots Radio Hour, join John Walker with a special Johnny Cash show. Hippie Radio 94.5 on your FM dial. We're glad you joined us this week for Music City Roots, live from the factory. I'm Keith Bilbrey, and from the edge of Music City, good night, everybody.